Well, hey guys. See, nobody's in here yet. Uh, Dang, guys. I'm so excited. Next week, y'all mark it on your calendar. We're going to do a giveaway on our next live. See if anyone else is going to get in here. There's Havita. Hello, hello. Hey, Vita, it's just me and you, hon, right now. We'll give it a minute or two and let's see if anybody else gets in here. There's Paul. Hello, Paul. I finally got your package, Paul. I know I was just absolutely shocked when it showed up in the mailbox today. I said, holy cow, I got my seeds from Paul, and doggone, Paul, you sent a bunch of different kinds of cucumber seed. I have to look them suckers up to see what all kinds they are. It's about, 4 packs in there, 3 or 4 packs? That's cool. We're going to plant a few of each, I think. Let's see who else is in here. There's Heartland HQ with Dick and Tank, Rhonda Dotson. Hey, Wheat. Yeah, guys. Don't know if I told y'all yet, but next Monday night we're going to do our 2,000 subscriber giveaway. We have about 2,245 subscribers at this moment, so hopefully we'll be even higher than that by next Monday. But I'm excited about it, guys. I'm super excited about it. So thank you so much, Paul, for the seeds. And how much money do I need to send you to pay for them? I got, by the way, since we're talking about, there's Wanda Henry. Hello, Wanda. How are you, dear? While we're talking about seeds, guys, I got seeds from Mary's Heirloom Seeds. Y'all can see it. And was not expecting these, so that was a mail call, guys. I was so excited about it. But she sent me quite a few different kinds of seeds, and these are some. They're Panuco squash. Never heard of these, but we're going to try them out and see what they turn out to be, guys. So I'm excited about that. I got several different things in there that I couldn't even pronounce. You know, us Southern slow talking folks, it's hard to do. Oh, Lord, Lord. But I'm excited about it, guys. Oh, well, thank you so much, Paul. Oh, I was talking about English cucumber seed. I'm sorry. I must have left that part out when I talked to you the next time. But I got them. And so there's several different kinds in there, and I'm going to try them out, guys. I'm excited about it. I've got some that I'm going to plant just for pickling. And then I've got these. The English cucumber are some that you can, that are really good for eating. You don't get all that aftertaste and all from them, they say. They're all English. There you go, Paul. They're all English. I agree. They are. There's Outdoors with Big Matt. Hello, Big Matt. How are you? Cool. Yeah, we are. We're killing it tonight, guys. Have y'all seen the little baby goat that we got? I was so shocked, y'all. So excited. Well, Joey walked out there first, and he said, before you go, you need to go out there and check out your babies out there at the barn. And I said, check, see what's going on with the babies out there at the barn. I thought he was talking about the sheep, so I didn't pay much attention. I walked out there and I went, oh, Sarah's had her baby. So we should be getting another one or two by next week, probably, guys, because he was all in love with Sarah there for a week or two, and then about a week or so later, he was all in love with You were happy to send them till they sent them back. I understand that, Paul. I really do. Paul's had a heck of a time trying to get those seeds to me. Yes, I understand. I understand that. Yes, I was so excited, guys, to see the little baby, and he is marked up so pretty. He's got a little black head, and all of his legs from the knees down are black brown and white. They got almost the same pattern on all 4 of his feet. So I'm probably going to call, it's a little girl, I'm probably going to call her Socks anyway, because she's so dang cute with those little knee-high socks on her, it looks like. And especially with all of them, you know. But they're so dang cute. And she's jumping and carrying on already. She's about 4 or 5 days old now. She's jumping and carrying on. I got to get out there with the camera and just sit around and try to catch her when she's jumping and playing. She's still sleeping a lot, you know. But the mom is hanging out in there too. It's so funny. Oh, Lordy. I don't know what that is. Something come up about sharing my referral link. So, you know, I don't know what that means. I'm not sharing it. I don't guess. Hey, Arlene. Just saw where Arlene popped in and popped back out. But yeah, guys, we got that. We've been working in the garden. We moved my solar panels. I did not record it, but I will get it on camera so y'all can see it, because we had to kind of figure out how to do it. Not the easiest project we've had so far. Those ones we got are old panels. They're 190 watt panels, and kind of bundlesome and clumsy to work with, a lot heavier than the newer ones that are out. And Eddie shaved his beard and mustache. Wow. Cool. I'll have to see that. Hey, there's Peter, Old Man King Homestead. Hello, Peter. How are you? Oh, but yeah, we've been rolling around here trying to get stuff done. Been back and forth to town 2 or 3 times. I've gone to the post office box about 1,000,000 times, and they sent us an update on our post office boxes, and they're going up about $35 or $40 for 6 months. I couldn't believe it. I started to say, dang, well, I'll just do without mine. It ain't like I got 1,000,000 subscribers that want to come over here and harass me or anything, you know. Like this says, wouldn't have known him if he hadn't have spoke. Oh, wow. There's My Alaska. Hey, Bill, how are you? Yeah, Bill's been showing off his rabbits, guys. He's got some pretty rabbits. I'm hoping to get me some rabbits in the next few months, within the month or so. Looking forward to that. Wish I had the nice pen that he's got built. Yep. We got that, baby. I don't know if you guys heard it yet, but we're going to do a 2,000 subscriber giveaway next Monday night. So it'll be at the same time. I'll post it on the community page so you guys will all get a notice on it. So y'all try not to forget next week. Come in. Peter's just listing everybody on there. Yeah. Well, I'm excited about getting ready for the Mid-America meetup, guys. Got to call and make sure my reservation is okay. They put me in lot 30, I think, and that's right there by the gate, I believe. So, rare breed with are highly sought after. They are silver fox rabbits. Oh, wow. So nobody told you that, huh? That's cool. So they must be sought after for the hides on them. Shaved it off to raise some cash, and he's struggling right now with being off work because of his injury. He said they raised $300. He'd shave it, and 2 people donated $150 each. Well, good for him. No, Wanda, I'm not going to make it to 10 killer. There's just too many, right there together. I just couldn't do both of them. So I was planning on hanging around and doing Jan's meetup there in Missouri, but don't look like I'm going to now. My insurance said that they could not, well, the doctor's office said they couldn't move my could not move my appointment to get this eye done. And they said it had to be done within a certain time after that it was turned in. Wanda said she'd like to go to Jan's. We had a really good time last year. I did. And I, of course, stayed a few days. Got there a day or two early so I could just ramble around and see stuff that I'd never seen before. And ramble up and down some creeks and all around there. And I found some great rocks, guys. The hides and the meat. Babies can sell for $50 to $90 each, and breeding pairs sell for $200. Wow, you really got lucky. Good for you. That is, whew. Yes, you're exactly right, Paul. He should not have to, but that's just the way it is in the United States. They don't care anything about the citizens, the people that have lived here their whole lives and worked and built and done things for this country. They care about everybody else outside the country. Doesn't make any sense to me, and I need to shut my mouth because I don't need to get into politics on here because I'll have some folks upset with me. But you are exactly right, Paul. I agree so much. But I'll have to check out that video. I didn't get to see that, so I'll have to check it out because they said Dad said she wouldn't even recognize him if she hadn't seen it. And you're right. You're exactly right, Paul. That's right, y'all. Tune in next week. Put it on your calendars. Mark it on your wrist, write on your hand, whatever. I don't know what all we're going to have yet. Got a few things up. But I can tell y'all now, we're going to give away one $25 Amazon gift card. Paul says, sorry, Carol, congrats on reaching the two. Yeah, I've got 2,245 or so subscribers. I'm really excited about it, guys. Took me a while. I didn't think I was ever going to get to 2,000. It has drug out getting there, but now it's jumping since I got 2,000. Excited. Yep, we don't have a whole lot going on today. Had Joey out there trying to help me. We put the way the brackets went that goes for my solar panels did not have they're pre-made, you know, and to do it the way they wanted it to do, I agree so much, Tamara, so much. It's just ridiculous, you know. These people get out there and risk their lives for all of us here in the United States, and then they get left out. You know, a lot of veterans are homeless. It's just ridiculous. Or living in little beat up mobile homes that are falling apart and that kind of stuff because they can't afford to, you know, they just don't, it's just not fair. It is not fair. I need to shut up to get out, I don't need to get started. Be on my soapbox here. But yeah, guys, let me see. Straighten this up a little bit. See if I can see these without the glasses. Yeah, I believe I can. Anyway, guys, we've been working on those solar panels. We made 2 or 3 trips to town. We got them up there. We still got some more to do, but at least they're up there. We still haven't hooked them back up because I had to cut the lines. We wanted to put the lines underground, so we had to dig the trench and run it in conduit and all that kind of stuff underground. So I cut the end off so I would not have to have such big I agree, Paul. Tiny homes would be perfect for the vets with PTSD, and having them in a community together where, you know, maybe they have a counselor or somebody there, or at least some place where they can all go together, like as a community house or something, and discuss what goes on, you know, and it would, I think it would really help these guys. There's just so much that goes on. My brother-in-law's wife's son, PTSD, and they found him naked, walking down the street with blood all over him. And he had killed the mother's cat. Just the cat jumped on him in the middle of the night, and he reacted before he knew what, before he realized that it was the cat and what was going on. He just freaked out. And, he was still out of it when they found him. They know what was going on, what had happened, because nobody knew until, they called the family to see what was going on. The police picked him up. So you just don't know, guys. You just don't know. I know a good friend of mine, we used to go and go down to Florida, and we'd go and hang out with them. They had, a grown son that was former military and whatever. And one day I was told, go in there and wake the boy up, whatever his name. I don't even remember his name now. It's been so many years ago, It was many years ago. I was about 18 then. Anyway, I went over there and reached over and shook him, and boy, he come up with his fist drawn back. Thank God I dodged, It was just reaction, they just react before they know what's, it's just sad. I believe that so much. Exactly. Well, there are homeless people that are just burnt out on life, and it's just, they just don't want to have any responsibility, nothing. They don't want to be dependent. There's Legends Gaming 667. Hello, dear, or hun. Glad to see you in here. Seen you a few times in here. I'm proud to have it. But we are just trying to get things going around here, trying to do things so that next year it won't be so hard on us. Got all my beds weeded out and ready to go. Got several big packs of plants already coming up, and maybe about this high out of the dirt, so. He says he'll go with deer being a young man. Well, you go for it, hon. I don't blame you. Well, if you're younger than me, you're deer. Or look at that little boy or that young man. I say that all the time. My husband will look at me like, what are you talking about? I said, look at that kid over there. And he's looking for a kid, I'm talking about some man that's 40 years old, probably. Uh-oh. Veda. You're trying to get something started there, Paul. Trying to get something started. Yep, you probably are the youngest folks there in here. Most of our crowd are older crowd. That's okay. We love seeing you in here. Enjoy some of your little games. I don't know much about gaming, but my grandkids, my grandsons are all into it. And they're all really good. They live up in Ohio, and when I come up to visit them, they're going, come here, watch this. See, look, well, why didn't you do that? And I'm going, I don't even know what you're doing. They'll be trying to get me to do something. I don't have a clue what they're talking about. It was hard enough for me to keep up with it when it was just the little critters that jump from here and up to here, I sure can't do all this stuff y'all doing now. And they got the top of the line gaming games and all that stuff. They even donated blood or plasma or whatever to come up with the rest of their money for their gaming. I said, y'all are idiots. Kids playing games 25 and I still keep up at times. I understand that. Yeah, I mean, even the little girl that they adopted, she's Victoria, she's those boys have done taught her so much. It's just unreal. So Paul, I know about the only gaming that I do now is sometimes I'll play solitaire. Sometimes I'll play can't even think of the name of it. Dang, I'll think of it in a minute, guys. It's not much of gaming. And then on my phone, I've got that, what is it, the birds on there for the little granddaughters. So when we're somewhere, they can play Angry Birds or whatever on the phone. And they said, "This is lame, Nana." I said, "Hey, I don't have to pay for it." You'd be on. I understand that, man. I'm telling you what, it's hard. It's hard. You get hooked on it, and you get hooked on watching everybody and trying to keep up with these folks and what's going on in their lives, and you just feel like you know them. You know, I used to love to play. Oh, okay. I've never played that first game. How do you say that? Manjara, something like that. Mahjong or something. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but I thought about playing it. That it's supposed to help you with your cognitive. You know, I don't know if it does or not. On YouTube, nearly 24/7 as it is. I gamble a lot. Like every time I stand up, I gamble with throwing my back out and pulling the muscle. Bill, that's hilarious. Yeah, I was down there and coming through Louisiana and all. You know, they got gambling down there, and I thought real hard about going in and trying my luck a couple of times, but I didn't. I refrained when I was coming back from down there at the Operation Rendezvous. Oh, well, you're doing good if you can stay off during the week. So I can't do it, guys. My husband will come in here. What are you doing? I'm on YouTube, watching YouTube. Why? Or else I'm sitting here at the table trying to do some kind of editing or something, you know, trying to get something out there or running around with a camera. And then one of his buddies says, "I'll never see you without a camera in your hand now." I said, "That's what happens when you do YouTube. So you're trying to come up with some kind of content to put out." Mahjong. Mahjong. Okay. Maybe I pronounced that right. Mahjong. I don't know if that's right or not, guys. But yeah, that little baby goat is so funny. And the other the bottle fed sheep still just got one that I'm bottle feeding, guys. It's still coming through the fence, but not nearly as often. And I've got to start putting I'm still giving it a bottle. I was going to quit. Last week was supposed to be my last week, but I decided I'm going to go one more week. And you need a zero turn right. Y'all driving me nuts here. You know, it don't take much to get me sidetracked. I'll be off on another tangent somewhere else. That's why I said I couldn't talk about politics because, man, I can harp on that for a while. Yeah, yeah. Just all the stuff that's going on right now. I don't know what we're going to do. I knew that they were planning on doing the tariffs, but we weren't expecting it to be quite as drastic as it is. I think it will be a good thing in the end, but it's going to take some adjusting for us. I know I lost about $20,000 in my stock this week. Uh, do you know you need it? Hey, Christy Betts, how are you? Liberalism needs to be abolished from real politics. Yeah, we we're excited, guys, about getting our new baby. Everywhere I go now, I look for yard sales and things to see what's there, I might could pick up that's, you know, it's in real good shape. There's no sense in spending 3 times the price for something brand new when the kid's not going to use it but 6 or 8 months. You know how that goes. And with clothes, not even 3 months probably. But anyway, we're excited about it. Today is well, Haley's boyfriend, husband, whatever, significant other. He's Alex's birthday today. So Alex and Haley, if you guys are watching, happy birthday. He's 25 years old. Trying to keep up with what's being said and everything else. My mind keeps going blank, guys. My mind keeps going blank. Take the bait. What's the zero? Is that what you're talking about? What's the zero and turn right? Come on, guys. Tell me what y'all talking about here. Wow. 25. Wish I was 25 again. Know what I know now. Wouldn't we all? Wouldn't we all? I don't know that I would change a whole lot because I have had a super good time in my life. Worked like a dog too, but I played a lot and had a lot of fun. That's the truth. Sometimes the babies outgrow something before they even get a chance to wear it. I know that's right. My granddaughter, Jeremy Nam's daughter, she had so many clothes when she was born that she didn't even get tags off of some of hers before she'd outgrown them. Where they just folded them up and put them in the little dresser in her room, and she didn't even wear them before her little chunky butt out. She couldn't even squeeze into them anymore. Oh. You wish you were a kid. Are you wishing you were a kid so you could stay home and play, not have reality life? Life is a reality sometimes we don't want. I think that's my oldest granddaughter, Madison. I think she loves this life where she goes out and plays at having fun at working for 5 or 6 months out of the year, and then she'll go somewhere else for 5 or 6 months. You know, she doesn't stick with the same job. What she does is these like working at Yellowstone or where she's at now at Outer Banks, and sometimes there'll be jobs at like ski resorts and things like that. I wish I was a kid and didn't have to work payment. Yeah, I understand. I do understand. Yep. That's the bad part. Truth at 66. 66. This old gal had a good time them 66 years. Can't remember all the stuff I done. Had too much fun sometimes, guys. But I grew up in the 70s. You know, my main teenage years were the 70s and 80s. So you can imagine what I was going on then. You'll know some of the things that I was doing. But where the good parts of being an adult. Well, you know, when you're a kid, you think, I'll be glad when I'm grown and I don't have to listen to what they say, or I can do what I want to do. And then you get over that, and then you go, games came up next week and no one else won it. My ex refused to go into the pool's office to put them on for me. I was away at work. Winning total that weekend was $4.74.75 million. Oh man. Oh. Paul. Well, that's about like, you know what, Paul? I went to Trump's Plaza back years and years ago, and went with a friend, and he gave me like $300, and he said, "Here, I want you to just put these in the slot machines." And I said, "Yeah, I've never been to play slot machines then. That was years and years ago." And he said, "If you win anything, we'll split it." I said, "Okay." So I walked over there and sat down in a machine and started to put a quarter in it. And he said, no, no. I mean, it was silver dollar. It was dollars. He said, no, don't play this game. I don't ever win anything at this game. He said, move somewhere else. I said, okay. So I got up and moved about 5 machines down and sat back down. And this little old lady walked up, sat down at my machine that I'd first sat down at, and she didn't put $3 in there and won 100,000. Boy, that guy was sick the rest of the weekend. Nope, you don't get to do what you want as an adult. We never get to do what we want. We really don't. We're always obligated to somebody, and you never own a darn thing. You're going to pay taxes on it forever. It's just the way it is. Still paying taxes on this place, paying taxes on the land, and they just going up and up and up, guys. As long as I can pay them taxes, it's mine. My grandson told me, you aren't an adult. You're an old lady. Mine hadn't told me that, but I wouldn't be surprised. They probably think it a lot, and I know they think I'm about crazy. They said all of us are about bipolar because we're liable to snap in a minute and jump on you. Not jump on you, but snap your head off. Someone always tells us what to do. Ain't that the truth? No matter how old you get, somebody, you're going to be responsible, or you can't always be responsible. There's always going to be something going on. Bedtime for you. Thank you so much, Paul, for popping in and hanging out with me. I always enjoy you being in here. One day we're going to find a slot that's earlier than this. Thank you so much, Paul, for coming in, though. And I love the seed. Got to try all of them, see how they come out. Put these things back on. Let's see. 2:30 there. Good Lord Almighty. Granddaughter wouldn't know if she was there when the Pilgrims came over. Holy cow. You should have told her, yeah. Oh, Lord. Yep, you should have given her a spell on that one. She'd have wondered for a while until she got a little older and figured it out. Joey gives these grandkids fits, boy. He'll tell them all kinds of stuff. Like he'll tell them, he says, don't be doing that. You fall down and get hurt. I ain't got time to take you to the hospital. It's just going to bleed all over that. Yeah, he's always giving a hard time. We didn't really do anything for Easter. Jovita, trying to figure out where it went. Losing it, guys. We didn't do anything for Easter. We had the kids all had different places to go, and I just said, I'm getting old enough that they can feed me instead of me having to do all that work. So I just don't do a whole lot of it anymore. I know when we get the little one gets here, we get some more small kids again, we'll start doing little Easter egg hunts and that kind of thing. But if I were you, probably forget. You'd probably forget. I understand. I know I forget, girl. I know I forget. I can't remember a darn thing. Oh, my brain is, my attention span is about less than an inch long. If it comes out of my mouth and 2 seconds later you ask me something, you have to give me all kind of little pointers to get me back on tack so that I can see what I was talking about before to get me back to the topic. You know how that goes. You guys have had to do it before. There's Rainy Ridge. Hello. Yeah, I saw that you had a visitor that you didn't want on the ridge. That was so funny, a little squirrel. But trying to see. did I tell y'all that I got some couple of orange trees? Well, I did. I got an orange tree, and then I bought another one when I came back from down in Texas. I stopped and found one there. So now I've got 2 orange trees to go with my 3 lemon trees. Like I need all this, like I need a hole in my head. But I've been trying to figure out what I can put on my fruit trees without having to put, some kind of harmful chemicals on them now that the fruit's already out. I've got some pretty good sized little plums and apricots, got little teeny tiny apples, and the blueberry bushes are just absolutely loaded down. In fact, I've got to get me a little fence around them and put some netting over it to keep the chickens out, or as soon as they start to turn just a little bit, those chickens will find them and eat every doggone one of them. They love them, boy. But I have a friend that has a blueberry farm, and a lot of times I'll go over and I'll pick them a gallon baggie of them, and then I can pick about gallon baggie for myself. So that way they don't have to pick them. So they'll give me a bag if I pick them a bag. And they do a lot of, they sell them. They're quite expensive, guys. They are really expensive. Let's see. Rainy Ridge. I understand, babe. I hate autocorrect too because I don't pay attention enough to see that it's corrected it and changed what I was putting in there. Especially when you're texting. It's really bad about changing it. You can put something in there that's spelt correctly, but it's not a common word, and it'll change it over to something it thinks I'm trying to say. Just aggravates the crap out of me. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to Mid-America, guys. I looked online to see what it would cost for me to fly, rent a car, and then rent a cabin or a motel out there so I wouldn't have to drive that long drive. And it was just going to be so much more that I just said to heck with it. I guess I'll just take my time and drive out there just like I've been doing. So anyway, yeah, I was hoping for hope that I would be able to do something different, but that's the way it goes. Pain in their rear, huh? Y'all ought to see me today. It was super hot, and I was out there trying to get those solar panels being black, that they're just hot too. The heat reflecting off of them. And I was out there holding them while Joey did this and that and the other and all. And man, when I come in the house, I look like a beet. With the lupus, I can't get out there in the doggone sun and stay in it very long. Have a temporary deer netting fence around the garden area. Good Friday, I planted some tomatoes, peppers. A couple of hours later, the chickens taking a dust bath in the middle of them. I know. Won't it drive you absolutely nuts? Yeah, that's why I ended up putting this chain link fence around my raised beds, guys, because I got tired of the chickens getting in there. And so far, twisted my lucks, knock on some wood. That ain't real wood. They have not flew over the fence. I am just shocked. So we are doing real good. Even the turkeys have not flown over. Now they'll go over the pastures. If I close the gate from, the paddock and close the gate from one pasture to the other, they'll just jump over or something. I don't know how they get over, but anyway, they doggone sure will. But so far, we've not had anything in the garden. Oh, y'all, I planted okra seed, and I planted a whole ton of them. So I'm hoping that the grubs that are in the dirt don't eat all of them. I'm hoping some of my okra comes up and makes it this year. Because I put them out one year and I only got about I didn't put as many out. I put just a few in there, in fact. And I didn't get about 5 or 6 okra plants. So I said, heck with this. I put a ton of them out there this time. But you know, when I was a kid, guys, the okra plants would get big, but they wouldn't be too tough. And I don't know what kind of okra it was, but the ones we got now, I mean, they can be just as long as a pencil or pen, and they start getting tough and not big round either. I'm talking. Okay, Legends, I'm glad you popped in, hon. Thank you for coming in. And come on back. Maybe we'll have something a lot more interesting next week. I know we will. We're going to have a giveaway next week, guys. So don't forget that. Put it on your calendar. I'm going to try to remember to put a link in the community page saying so that anybody that's subscribed to me will get a notice on it. That will help a little bit, guys. Yeah, we are dragging this week. But yeah, we've been trying to get things going around here, trying to just catch up some things. I was telling Joey I've got this whole bunch of paperwork from Kraft that came in because when I went to work at Duracell, it had just changed over to Kraft, from Kraft to Duracell. And so the insurance was still under Kraft for so long, about a year after I was there. So all this time I've had a little bit of retirement built up. And over the years of 30 or 40 years, you know, that's come up there. Will you be there for that 100,000 giveaway, hun? Maybe I'll give away a couple of scratch-offs. Maybe y'all will win some scratch-offs. Hey, that might be a cool gift. Thing you just never know. You never know. I don't know, but it is huge right now here. Unless it got one last week. I think it was way up there in the several thousands. Okay, Wheat. We'll see you next week too, honey. It has just been not very entertaining tonight, baby. But you be there next week and leave me some texts, and we're going to see if you can win something. Anyway. So, Peter, have you tried out your computer yet? Are you going to hang on to it and wait until you get in the house? And how much longer do you like, Peter, getting in the house? That should be my next question, I guess, because I think you still have not been able to get in there. I don't think all the stuff is gone from Bubblehead yet. Bless your heart. If I lived up there, I'd go get the stuff for you, get it moved out for you. I know he's got several buildings out there that you could put the stuff in and store it, if nothing else, you know. Bless his heart. I know he has a hard time, but geez. Y'all got another building? I don't know if you got another building coming or not. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, we can all dream. So, Christy, did your plants survive, or did the cats break the ones that you did have that were there? Thank you, Wheat. I hope so. Let's see what else is going on. Well, guys, we just ain't got much going on tonight, guys, to tell y'all about. I was excited about the new babies, the little baby, and we'll have another one in the next week or two. No, haven't. Going to wait until I get in the house. Jeff got his stuff out last month. The flooring work starts tomorrow. Well, good for you. I know you're glad. Well, I didn't even know he had gotten all this stuff out, but then I've only watched one of Jeff's videos in the last couple of weeks. You got some good-looking chickens, Peter. So I had a hen that kept trying to be broody. And I kept trying to get her. I'd get the eggs and whatever, and she'd still go in there. So last night I snuck out there and I got her and I moved her to another area. And, you know, this morning she got up and realized she was in a different place and decided to abandon the nest. So those eggs I'll just end up throwing them out and feeding them to something, you know. because she's already sat on them for a little while. So just wasted those eggs. But at least she's not going to be sitting on eggs anymore. So that broke that. I may just leave the little heifer down there for, I may throw those eggs out and leave her down there for a while and put the other one that's trying to be broody down there, because we really don't need any more eggs hatching out. And I really wanted to keep my hoop coop that I made ready for when the turkey shows up with her babies, because she's got to be laying eggs somewhere. I don't know where, but she has not stopped, and she's not sitting yet because she's still coming up too much. And she's roosting every night still on the fence, where she roosts on a gate out here every night. Either on that gate or else she'll jump on up in the tree above the gate. Let's see. I can't plant seeds until I can keep the chickens out. Bless your heart. Too bad you don't have something that you could put around it that they couldn't get through, or get some kind of raised beds that the chickens can't get in or something. If you had raised beds, you could always put netting over the top of it. Then if they got up there, they'd just be walking through the netting, on the netting, you know. I've done that before. But Christy, dang, girl. So they did break the seeds that when they were in there dusting themselves, they broke the plants that you did put on or put in? Or are they just going to randomly show up now when they pop up out of the ground? Well, Peter, you're going to be doing some videos of that flooring job being done? That'll be good. I know you can't wait. And did you get the air conditioning figured out there? Put up some new nesting boxes, and your hens still aren't using 20 hens and 0 eggs for months. Oh, no. They're not just laying them anywhere. I mean, when they didn't have boxes, they'd just find a corner or something. Hey, Des, there she is. Hey, girl. Good to see you. So broody chicken's not nearly as bad. I've never done a guinea. I've never set a guinea with eggs, so I don't know. Guineas are really noisy, but boy, they'll let you know when something's coming around. That's for darn sure. They'll run around and squawk and carry on if they see a hawk or anything in the air too. I guess you know that. Just plants in there. Okay, you hope. I hope so too, girl. Be filming the floor repair. Good. But yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff, guys. I'm gonna have to just sit here and make myself edit this stuff out. I absolutely hate editing. I hate it. Just drives me absolutely insane because it takes so doggone long. Hey, but I did learn some new stuff, and I'm going to be trying it out on my next video. Some of that, the words, like when I introduce my channel or whatever, welcome to the Rambling Peach or whatever, I want it to just dissolve. I'm hoping that I can do that with Filmora. The thing I like about Filmora, guys, and Des, if you're in here, you may want to hear this, is you can actually ask it. You can ask your computer, how do I, let's say you want to know something, like how do I, I've asked it a million questions, so now I can't think of it. But like anything you need to know and you can't figure out how to get the Filmora to do it, you ask Filmora, and it pops up help, and you ask about it. And there are short, like 2 and 3 minute, and some of them aren't but a minute or two, videos that show you exactly how to do just that thing. And so that's how I've learned so far how to do what I'm doing. And had absolutely no help. I'm just figuring it out as I go. So, learning that even though he was on a different editing platform, a lot of the things are there on all of them. And Filmora is a big editing site too. Not quite as big as the one he was showing us on, but still it's a big one. Got another notification here popped up, which I wasn't expecting. Yeah. I know Peter's got to be excited. You spent the whole darn winter in your little shed, and bless your heart. I know it'd be nice for you to be able to get it interested. Rainy Ridge, I haven't tried Filmora. Yeah, I mean, just like, okay, like you want to add words in there. See, but I knew absolutely nothing. And I'll tell you, 3 Mississippi told me that that's the reason she used Filmora. She said because she didn't know how to use them when she got started, and she found out that she could ask them and it would give her pop up a 3-minute video or less than 3-minute video showing you how to do just what you wanted to know. And so she says many times that in the middle of hers, when she's trying to do something, she would type it in on her phone or on an iPad or something. And it's like, Tamara's about to leave us. Well, honey, you get on in them barracks, get you some sleep. Wish I could go to sleep as soon as I hit the bed. That would be so wonderful. I have the hardest time going to sleep. Once I go to sleep, I'm okay, though. Good night, hun. Thank you for coming in, Tamara. Y'all be sweet and take care. Oh, and I love all your little plants that you've got out there. Holy cow. I wish I had that many that far along. Yeah, so the editing there for Rainy Ridge, the editing, you're just like you want to add highlights, or you want to add in like a reminder to subscribe or click or an arrow or something. You can just say, okay, how do I add an arrow to this, to a particular clip that I'm putting in, or how do I add extra wording, or how do I change my words from plain old square print, normal print to slant, italicized, or whatever, and it'll tell you exactly how to do it, how to go in. You can actually go in with Filmora and edit out certain things in the background and then piece in the other background to make it look like that wasn't there. And I've not done that yet, but I have looked into it. Like if there's something in the video that you just really wish wasn't there, and you want to get out and get it gone, that you can do that. And that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. You can actually go around the outside of a face or whatever and juxtapose that face into another video or into another area on your video. So it's pretty cool how it can do that. So you're never going to learn. You can only use it on your computer. That's the only thing about it. When I got it, I thought I could use it on my iPhone and on my computer. And I don't know where I got that at. I know you can with CapCut. You can do it. You can use it because I used CapCut for a little while. But CapCut just did not have as much. It was just real plain, simple. And if you want something just super simple, CapCut's a good one to do. Couldn't put in some extra stuff that I wanted to put in with CapCut. Randy says she uses CapCut. Well, maybe I just didn't stay into CapCut long enough to figure out how to use it. That might have been it. Because like I say, I had never done any kind of editing. In fact, I didn't even know how to take a video and shrink it down, or if I wanted to just put something in there, I did not know how to cut just one section out of it or take something out and put it in with another video. I was having that much trouble doing it, guys. Well, guys, speaking of sleep, y'all, Chrissy says she's fixing to crash, and I am too. So before the night is over, y'all, don't forget that we're going to do our giveaway next week. And next Monday night, so y'all be there, and we'll see what we're going to come up with. I don't know, but I do know there's going to be one $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. Let's see what else is going to be giveaway. Just odds and ends. We'll have to wait and see. But y'all remember, try to be nice to people that aren't necessarily nice to you, because we don't know what they're going through, what kind of things are going on in their life. They may have a miserable marriage, or there may be a death, or drugs, or we just don't know. We just don't know. They may be having huge financial problems. Life is so crazy nowadays, and there's so much suicide out there. So let's do our best. Try not to instigate or yell back, or when somebody's giving you a hard time going down the road, let's don't give them the finger, or, because nowadays folks will kill you, and over the silliest things, that it's just ridiculous. So you guys, let's try to do better. That's my goal for everyone. Yep, Rainy Reg says she's going to have a good night. You guys, everybody's saying good night to everybody. So we're going to get on out of here about 4 minutes early or 3 minutes early tonight, but appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming in, supporting me. You're keeping my channel going, sharing them out when you do. It makes me happy. I'm still having fun doing the video, and I enjoy the aspect of it. I just absolutely hate editing and the time it takes to sit down and do it. But y'all, we're gonna get out of here. I love y'all. Y'all be sweet. We'll see y'all all again next week. And y'all come in for the live. I'll try to put it on the community page and remind everybody. But I'm not going to put it in my title for the night, because we want folks that are coming in and actually supporting me to hopefully win them, and not just somebody randomly that comes up and sees, oh, they're having a giveaway tonight, so let's go in there and win something, which is wonderful to do, but it's not wonderful when you are the one that's been there and supporting, and then you don't win anything, and folks you've never heard of win everything. So guys, we will see y'all later. Y'all be sweet. We'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye. If I can get this thing turned over here.